Basically, the idea is it's basically not satire. What's the criticism? It's a critique on capitalism.
Interesting.
I didn't like its critique because there are some aspects of it that I disagreed with after a few days of like not sleeping due to the horror. But basically, the gimmick is you have this main character who wants to get a degree. So, and they say if you want this degree, you have to spend 6 months in a hole. And he says, okay, fine. And one of the questions they ask him is, what's your favorite food? Which is a weird question, but funnily enough, these are actual questions in real life interviews I've had where it's like, what's your favorite food? But they weren't as horrific as this one. So he answers, and he wakes up in like a cell with a cellmate, and he's in like prison gear or something, and his cellmate is like, hey, what are we gonna eat? And the way the hole works is there are floors, and in the beginning of the movie you don't know how many. So this person wakes up on floor 47, and the way the hole works is the floor 0 puts all the food on a table, and it goes down one floor at a time, and you can imagine what happens. People start taking the food, and by the time it gets to 47 it's only leftovers, and by the time it gets to 100 there's nothing, and then by the time it gets to 200 there's nothing.
Do they know how many floors there are?
In the beginning, we find out at the end,
okay.
But you don't find out until like the very end.
Even the characters in the movie?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Like the person who was doing the interview, she gets in the hole too, gets
No
paired
way.
up with the person, and she says this. She says there are only 200 floors, and they're on floor like 37, I think. And this is the second month. They have to stay on the floor for a month, and they are paired up with their partner stays the same, assuming something doesn't happen to them, which I think you can tell if they got a new partner what that means. But so this woman, she's like, there's only 200 floors, right? So they survive the second month. Guess what floor they wake up on the third month?
Oh man,
They-
201.
202.
Oh,
And the woman hangs herself out of the guilt because she was told by the institute that there were only 200. So can you imagine waking up on 200 and to look down and see just an endless, it never ends, it just keeps going. So not only are you on a floor lower than what they told you, but you can see the floors lower and lower. And basically the critique on capitalism is that idea of like, if you're born or you get lucky, you get on a high floor, and if you're not, you're on the low floor, and you have to just fight and struggle to survive. I didn't like the idea perfectly because in modern day capitalism, you can always find a way to get to the top. It's not so cut and dry that you're stuck at the level, but it's really sad and depressing.
But that's another thing. Like I feel like pop culture, just in movies and whatever, reality TV, anything. It's been able to kind of make stuff like this, like happen. And
no, but like
it doesn't shed light on a lot of the problems.
Yeah, but the biggest the sad reality is everyone got to choose their favorite food. Everyone. So theoretically, if they only ate what they wanted, everyone would have food.
I mean, greed.
But because there's a hierarchy, no one's thinking, oh, I'll take what I want. They'll take everything they can get and leave nothing for the person below them.
It's also the thought that if I don't take it, someone else is going to take it all.
Yeah.
So I might as well take it all.
It's so conflicting. It's so like bothering because it's like I get it, but like
and
I wish
psychologically totally on par. But at the same token,
it's not perfect. Like I said, in real capitalism, you can get to the top from the lowest level. You're not stuck at the this isn't the Indian caste system.
We'll say idealistic capitalism or meritocratic system.
I mean, I believe maybe I'm just such a wonderful optimist, but I believe hard work will persevere. Not persevere. Hard work pays off. You will get somewhere if you work hard. It might take longer than some, but it will pay off in the long run.
Agreed.
But that movie, it's so bad. It's a great movie. It's a great movie, but don't eat it. Don't watch it.
Don't eat it.
Don't watch it on a full stomach or while eating or in the middle of the night. Please, thank you.
Oh, it's such a tough one, man.
Wow.
But it's such a simple
like that.
It's such a simple yet interesting concept because it's like you're just put there at random. You could be on the top floor or you could be on the lowest floor. Take a wild guess what's the bottom floor.
They tell you?
They show you.
Is it in the thousands?
No.
No?
No.
999?
No. That's a good guess though.
203?
No.
I want to guess it right though. 700.
No.
666?
Close.
Oh. No, I said something.
You want to try?
665.
No.
Damn.
I don't know.
I should say it?
Go for it.
It's 333 with 2 cellmates. Clever.
Interesting.
It's clever.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Wow.
What a messed up movie, bro.
Yeah, I don't know if it's classified as horror. I think it's classified as thriller.
That's BS, bro. That's
horrifying.
I mean thriller because it's like horrifying to,
it's horrifying.
to see stuff
like they're not trying
actually,
to
like,
yeah, they're not
sense.
Yeah, they're not really trying to scare you, but like just the scenario itself is scary because you would be scared out of your mind in that situation.
Do you know if that was aired in China or was it censored?
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I get it. But here's the thing. So the main character has 3 cellmates. So, and the funny you bring that up. I assume you say that because, it's a one-party system in China. The third guy who ends up being the roommate, they end up on floor 6.
Ooh.
Which is like 5 floors from, escape. And the guy has a rope, and he's screaming to like all the rooms, like the only 5 rooms above him. It's like, please help me up. We're on room 5. I have a rope. Please, like, hoist me up there. And the couple above him, they taunt him.
What?
And,
and it's a couple. It has to be a couple, right? Because if it's just 2, I feel like they make it in a way more inhumane that way because it's just 2 people.
I think it's a couple.
Shared ideal.
I think it's a couple because it's a man and woman, and the man calls her darling. So I assume it's a couple. So, and they say yes. They taunt him. They're like, "Do you believe in God?" And he's like on his knees. He's like very enthusiastic, and he's begging, because freedom is 5 floors away. And they say, fine, throw the rope up here. They throw the rope.
No.
He climbs up.
No.
And I won't tell you the disgusting part because it's disgusting, but they do let go.
Oh.
He's saved. He's not the protagonist, he's like teetering on the edge about to fall, and the protagonist like pulls him up. He loses the rope because that falls.
Greatest anime comebacks 2020.
No, and he's broken because like he lost the rope, and he's 5 floors from escape.
Sheesh.
And they didn't want to help him.
Bro, I mean, there's popular culture showing how people value human lives.
And should I just spoil the ending?
Go for it.
So basically, the protagonist and the main guy, they want to like break the system. They want to prove that this system is like, they want to like not overcome, they want to like outdo the system. So the idea, the protagonist comes, and this is Spanish. You know what Don Quixote is?
I've heard of the book, yeah.
You know anything about it?
No, I want to read it though, but it's apparently very difficult.
It's basically about a knight who's like delusional in his like chivalrous nature.
Oh, okay.
He's basically a really good guy, but he's trying to achieve things in a really silly way.
Oh, nice.
So this guy, he brought that book for some reason. So I'm sure there's some symbolism that I'm overlooking. But basically, the protagonist goes to this guy and he says, let's do this. I have a plan. Let's go on the table and stay there and force ration the food, which is a socialist ideology.
Yeah.
And he says, we're going to make it to the bottom so everyone has food. And they start doing this, and the plan is so this guy gets stuck on floor 202, and he like takes some glass and he starts like doing the math to try and figure out how many floors deep the table is, and he estimates it's 250. It's not 250.
Yeah, obviously.
But he estimates that, and he tells the guy it's 250 floors to like give him a number, so don't tell him it's bottomless. And they sit on the platform, they use their bed, they like destroy their beds to get like some bars as weapons, and they just start going down one at a time. The first 50 floors don't get any food because they get food every day because they can. And the plan is basically to ration the food out fairly to everyone amongst the following floors. As you can imagine, most people didn't like that. They want their food now, so they start beating them. But like,
nice.
So you said like, is this aired in China? It's like probably not, because this is showing that socialism is equally as flawed, if not more, because the only way socialism, even in a historical standpoint, has worked is by being forced against their will to commit to this ideology, So no, I don't think China aired it.
Damn.
Yeah.
What a brain.
And it has an ambiguous ending, which is frustrating.
You hate movies like that. I don't like movies like that. Do you like movies
good.
that end on cliffhangers?
No.
It's not a cliffhanger.
Stupid.
I don't like shows that end on cliffhangers.
Yo,
I gotta wait 4 years
though.
for the next season.
Right? No. But like, what happens if it's the last season?
Yeah, then.
Sorry, it's a side topic. Go on.
Yeah, because I mean it's good because it causes discussion about what happens in the end.
True.
Versus them just telling you.
Sometimes
you want closure. That's why it's a tactic.
I know.
They strip you of closure to make you just feel that itch.
Inadequate itch, yeah. The itch that can't be scratched.
Anyway, so yeah, humanity's greedy. That's the message.